We have assistant GM and GM Maria Giovannetti and Mike Thibault joining us for the behind-the-scenes conversation of the front office.
So a lot of people ask me when I gave up the coaching part, you know, how's your time off doing? And I said, well, I didn't know the difference from September till we started training camp, because with the draft and free agency and trades, it felt normal to me. So those days, we know we're going to see college players play. We know we're getting ready for free agency. We're having meetings about this. When the season starts, it's more on the coaching staff and the day-to-day X's and O's. Maria and I basically, once the season starts, are either thinking about the fall or we're putting out fires.
Part of my role, I oversee our operations and logistics, so all the planning, scheduling for practices, and we have a trip coming up at the end of the week, so getting all those things ready. Player housing and vehicles.
She has a much harder job than me. When I came here, the best thing that happened to me taking this job was Maria was here. Absolutely the best thing. Been the best person I've ever worked with in an organization. She has kept my life on track, our team on track, our coaches on track, and it's a thankless job a lot of times.
When you think of off-season as the regular season winds down and then the playoffs will eventually start and conclude, how do you then move in the off-season with constructing this roster, preparing for next season, the draft, and free agency, and knowing that you've also got free agents that will be coming up for conversations and negotiations?
So our process is starting while our season goes on, but when we get to the end of the season, we'll have an exit interview with every one of our players, let them give their feedback, give our feedback to them, what we expect, what we want them to work on in the off season, have some very heart-to-heart conversations with players. Some of them very hard conversations sometimes. But they need that, and we need that for the good of our organization to go forward.
We will get into how to construct a roster and what goes into it.
Just so you have an understanding for the process, is that, and this speaks to Coach T's leadership for our group, is it's a collaborative process. So we engage everyone on our staff, we engage our research and analytics department. We have a system that we use to evaluate pro personnel, so we're thinking about like free agency or trades. And we have a system that we use to engage draft prospects and how we approach that. And the basis for the systems is really to generate conversations, and so we can have good, healthy debate amongst our staff and everyone that's involved when we're debating a trade or a free agency or the draft.
We walk into our office and Maria and Eric and I sit down and we go, okay, what makes us better? What could we do that makes us better? And that's your starting point every day. And we have to kind of try to take out, on certain days, not having an emotional investment in it. Because you can't help having an emotional investment in players. You like them, they become part of a family, and so when you have to consider what you're doing, it's very hard sometimes to take the emotion out of it. You don't win championships without having multiple players who were top 5 or 6 picks. That's a fact in our league. You can go look at the history of almost every team in our league, and that's what it takes.
17 years ago, or however many years I've been with our company, I started in ticket sales. So I used to know a lot more of you than I do today. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting our team, for being there and showing up. I know this season in particular has been a little tough with all the injuries, but we're going to get people back and we're going to make a good run at it. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody here and watching for supporting.